Thomas is a brilliant skater. He's a player that wants to take the game to the opponent.
Here's Harley charging ahead. Thomas Harley, he scores! The overtime winner!
He's the king of OT.
His skating, his speed, when he really changed our back end.
He's put himself in the conversations as one of the best young defensemen in the league.
This is Syracuse, New York. It is here where Thomas Harley's journey to the National Hockey League began.
Well, my dad played, so he got me and my siblings out on the ice when we were pretty young. Just kind of pushing chairs around the ice was the first thing I remember.
The son of Canadian parents, the game was in his bloodline, as Thomas's father won a national championship with the University of Alberta as a goalie.
I never saw him play, but he claims he was pretty good. I'd say that about 95, 96% of what I know about hockey is what he taught me.
Although he was born and raised in upstate New York, Thomas always considered himself half Canadian. And as a young teenager, he moved to the Greater Toronto area to help increase his exposure to scouts and reach the next level.
So we decided to kind of explore some other options. One of them was going up to Toronto to play in the GTHL. It was probably the best minor hockey league in the world. So I went up there with the idea that I would play a year, get some college exposure, and then come back down to the U.S. But as the season went on, I didn't really get a ton of college interest. But the OHL started calling, and being, half Canadian and my parents being Canadian, they had no issue with me staying in Canada. Ended up getting drafted in the first round in Mississauga, and said, hell yeah, I'll play there.
And here's Harley, takes a shot and scores!
Thomas would excel in Major Junior, becoming one of the top-rated defensemen in the Ontario Hockey League, resulting in him being selected 18th overall by the Stars in the 2019 NHL Draft.
It was a pretty nerve-wracking day. I will say I did not expect Dallas to pick me. That was a surprise.
Well, we were very high on Thomas Harley in the draft. He had good size, good range, a great skater. He was putting up big point totals in Mississauga where he was playing. He was very high on our list, and we were fortunate that he was there when we drafted him.
Harley scores! Thomas Harley!
Thomas would spend one more season in Mississauga before being part of the Stars taxi squad in the bubble during the 2020 playoffs, where he would make his NHL debut when he was thrust into the lineup in the round robin.
It was my first game in 5 or 6 months or whatever it was, and it was against Colorado, and it wasn't great, but it was an eye-opener, just how good these players are and how good I have to be to succeed at this level. So it was a good learning experience for me.
In comes Harley with a chance, shoots, scores! Thomas Harley!
After representing Canada at the World Juniors that winter, the next 3 seasons would be focused on his development at the pro level, as Thomas spent time in Cedar Park and suited up with the Stars in Dallas.
It's Harley, he scores! Thomas Harley, his first in the NHL!
When Thomas was recalled in April of 2023, it would prove to be a turning point in his career, as he would stick with the Stars and played an essential role on the back end throughout the club's run to the conference final.
The experience was invaluable, both learning what it takes to be successful in NHL and NHL playoffs made the next couple of years a whole lot easier for me.
Over to Harley, he shoots, he scores! He's done it again!
The following season, Thomas broke out, scoring 15 goals while leading the team in plus-minus, becoming a budding young star on the blue line in Big D.
Thomas Harley's exploded on the scene in the NHL. His trajectory has just been off the charts, not only defensively but offensively. Unbelievable mobility and skating ability, but also has a competitive edge and a pride to his game defending. He's got the whole package, and the sky's the limit.
In September 2024, Thomas signed a 2-year contract extension with the Stars, And for the young defenseman, it was a testament to his dedication.
Playing NHL is a dream come true. Now that I'm here, I just want more.
He scores! Another overtime winner for Thomas Harley.
Now a pivotal piece of the Stars' young core, Thomas is driven to elevate his game and bring a championship to Dallas.
I want to be, best defenseman in the world, as crazy as that sounds. And I want to win a Stanley Cup, so hopefully we can get those done.